If you're a trust beneficiary, do you know what your rights really are? Can you challenge a trustee? And what should you be expecting from them in the first place? In this video, we're breaking down what beneficiaries should expect from a trustee and what rights you actually have, and how you can take action if those rights are ignored. Hi, I'm Dr. Ray Gervasio. In 30 years as an attorney, I've seen families torn apart, wealth drained, and years wasted in court, all because of poor planning. We make sure that doesn't happen. If you want to protect what you built and keep your family out of court, call us at 408-945-3950. Let's talk about the basics first. What are the duties of a trustee? A trustee is not just someone with access to the assets in a trust. They are a fiduciary, which means they have the highest legal duty to manage those assets for the benefit of the beneficiaries, not for themselves. A trustee's role goes beyond just distributing money. They are responsible for managing investments, paying bills and taxes related to the trust, keeping accurate records, and above all, staying transparent with the beneficiaries. Trustees must also remain impartial. That means they can't favor one beneficiary over another, and they certainly can't use trust property for their own personal benefit. For example, if a trustee is using trust property like a home, bank account, or investment for themselves without permission, they are violating their duties. If they make poor investment choices or fail to properly account for assets, that can also be considered a breach. Beneficiaries should expect regular communications and honest reporting from their trustee. The trustee is not supposed to work in secrecy. They are supposed to keep the beneficiaries reasonably informed about the trust administration and financial activities. So, who exactly can serve as a trustee? In most cases, the person who creates the trust, called the grantor, names the trustee in the trust document. Often, when the grantor is alive, they serve as their own trustee. This allows them to keep control of the trust property during their lifetime. But after the grantor's death, a successor trustee takes over. This is someone the grantor chose ahead of time. Sometimes it's a family member, other times it's a trusted friend, or even a professional fiduciary or financial institution. Beneficiaries don't usually get to choose the trustee at the start. However, they do have power if the trustee fails in their responsibilities. Beneficiaries can go to court and petition to have the trustee removed. For example, if the trustee is mishandling money, withholding information, or showing favoritism, beneficiaries can step in and request the court to appoint a replacement. What are my rights as a trust beneficiary? Beneficiaries often don't realize just how many rights they have under the law. These rights exist to protect you from an uncooperative or dishonest trustee. Let's break them down. First, you have a right to know your trust entitlement. That means you should be told exactly what you are set to inherit under the trust. You should also know when and how you'll receive it. Second, you have the right to a copy of the trust document. You don't have to just take the trustee's word for it. You can review the actual document and see the terms for yourself. Third, you have the right to be kept informed about the trust administration. This includes information about the trust assets, its debts, income, and expenses. Trustees must provide updates when requested. Fourth, you have the right to a formal accounting if you are a current beneficiary. This means the trustee has to show you a detailed report of financial transaction. And it's not just about receiving an accounting. You also have the right to challenge it. If you think the numbers don't add up, you can question it in court. Fifth, you have the right to be treated impartially. A trustee can't favor one sibling over another, for example, or give themselves special treatment. 6. You have the right to question the trustee. Even if the trustee doesn't have to get your approval for every action, you could still demand explanations for their decisions. 7th, you can request to remove the trustee if they are mismanaging the trust. The court can step in and replace them if there's evidence of negligence, misappropriation, or bias. 8th, you may also have the right to change the trustee. If all beneficiaries agree and show good cause, a court can suspend or replace the trustee with someone else. Finally, you have the right to end the trust administration under certain circumstances. If all beneficiaries are over 18 and agree, they can sometimes terminate the trust and divide the assets even if the trustee disagrees. These rights are powerful tools to keep trustees accountable, but they require beneficiaries to speak up and, in many cases, seek legal support to enforce them. Here's why beneficiary rights matter. Beneficiary rights are not just technical legal rules. They are protections designed to keep family disputes and financial abuse under control. Without these rights, trustees could hide information, mismanage funds, or delay distributions indefinitely. For example, imagine a trust with multiple siblings as beneficiaries. If the trustee, who happens to be one of the siblings, refuses to give updates, it's easy for tension and mistrust to build. Having enforceable rights gives the other siblings a way to hold that trustee accountable. If you believe your trustee is not living up to their obligations, the first step is usually to request information in writing. This creates a record of your request and shows that you tried to resolve the matter directly. If the trustee ignores you, you may need to take legal action. Going to probate court is often necessary if a trustee refuses to provide an accounting, withholds distributions, or misuses trust assets. A judge can compel the trustee to comply and, in severe cases, remove them altogether. Beneficiaries also need to know that timing matters. Trust disputes can get worse the longer you wait. If you suspect wrongdoing, it's important to get legal advice quickly before assets are depleted or hidden. If you're a beneficiary and you feel like your trustee isn't being transparent or fair, don't wait until it's too late. Understanding your rights is the first step, but enforcing them often requires skilled legal guidance. If you are a trust beneficiary and you need guidance on how a trust should be handled, give us a call at 408-945-3950. We'll walk you through your rights and how the administration process works. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.